everyone? Welcome back. This is the JR Wisdom channel. I appreciate you guys tuning in to my video. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I've missed you guys. Just wanted to come back and do this video. It's in reference to the August Alsina, Jada Pinkett, and Will Smith situationship. The funny thing about this is that I meant to do this video on August's part when he released, I believe, his version or his video that he did with Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club, but due to life circumstances, it didn't happen. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. I'm making it today because Jada Pinkett, Will Smith's wife, basically said that she was gonna bring herself to her Red Table Talk that she does, Facebook show that she has, and she did that surprisingly to a lot of people. And she brought Will as well, which she's done in the past. So I'm gonna just bring it back full circle just for you guys who are not familiar with what has been transpiring. So basically, about 4.5 years ago, based off Jada's admission, her and August Alsina, he's a younger singer. He's probably about 20 years younger than her, I'm assuming. They were in a relationship that started about 4.5 years ago. It started where basically, for those of you who have been following August, I've been listening to August since 2013, I believe. But he became ill, a few years ago, and he couldn't walk, blindness, other things like that. I think it was an autoimmune situation. I'm not sure, but you guys can comment if you know what was exactly going on with him. So the Smiths, Will and Jada, came in. They became friends. They came in and helped him out because he was in a bad situation, a bad way. So they came in and they helped him out and nursed him back to health, so to speak. I guess financially, so on and so forth. Them hanging out with the family, a good friend. So while all this was going on, according to Jada, her and Will were going through a rough patch. They've been together for about 25 years. Not at that point, but as of today, she admitted they've been together for about 25 years. So they were going through a rough spell, and they ultimately decided to separate, according to what Jada said. Who knows? But that's on them. That's their marriage. This is the story that she's telling. So people have gossiped and said that they have an open marriage and they can do as they please. Will can be with who he wants to be with, and she can be with who she wants to be with. But all in all, they're quote unquote life partners. So during this time, they separated. Obviously, Jada claims that she wasn't happy, so she develops a actual full blown relationship with August Alsina during this time, and it wasn't like really a big secret because they're taking pictures. They're out and about all these different places. Anybody, if that's my wife, it's really not going to happen. Guys not going to be staying around my house and so on and so forth and all in the pictures with my wife like y'all are actually a couple. It wasn't like the greatest secret ever. So anyway, they were basically technically separated during this time. So she was doing her thing. She got this younger guy, and I guess that made her happy at this point. And one thing led to another. Over time, it became serious based off what August was saying in his interview, which I'm also going to link to this. He said things, became serious. He gave his all to Jada. And basically, he felt that she felt the same way. But at the end of the day, Jada is still married to Will Smith. Even though they are technically separated, she's still married to him, which is the biggest thing. Nothing is final until the ink dries on those divorce papers at the end of the day. So he, by his own admission, he gave his all to Jada Pinkett, and he felt it was the same way. It was reciprocated, and he said that Will gave his blessing for him and his wife to have this sort of relationship. That's how he felt at the time. So needless to say, he fell head over heels with this married woman who was basically carrying on this relationship with him. And I guess I'm assuming he thought it was going to be more than what it was. And it really didn't turn out to be that, because like Will and Jada said in the past, they're life partners. Even though they broke apart, they eventually ended up talking back again. Will even said that he didn't believe that he would ever speak to Jada again at this point. Jada calls it an entanglement, but Will kind of checked her on the show and was like, yo, tell him what it is. What is an entanglement? It's not an entanglement. You guys were in a relationship. And she finally said, yeah, we're in a relationship. So needless to say, after all this time, her and Will kind of rekindled. Even though they're still married, they kind of rekindled and started talking again. And August basically wasn't feeling that, because maybe she was pillow talking, telling him some things that she was going to divorce and they was going to live happily ever after. And maybe he was thinking that, but he didn't say it in his interview. But he saw that she decided that she wanted to go back to her husband or make things work with her husband. So he completely did no contact. For those of you who haven't, I got videos on no contact instead of me going into it, but basically it's self-explanatory. He went no contact, stopped talking to her altogether. She said that she kind of wasn't surprised, but then again she was, because it's kind of weird. You already know that we're married. Is basically what she's like. And Will's like, okay. They stopped talking and they kind of clowned at the end of the video. And they were kind of laughing about it, like giving each other high fives, so on and so forth, because at the end of the day, you guys have been together 25 years, quote unquote. You guys have been married 25 years, and this guy comes in, and at the end of the day, it's not changing anything. You guys are still a family, this power couple, as Hollywood would have it. And August is basically, from the way he's looking at it, it was a life experience, but it's as if he's got the short end of the stick from out of all this. So the reason why I decided to do this video is because whether you're in a polygamous relationship, a polyamorous relationship, there's a saying that love conquers all. As strange as it may be, love conquers all. And you have to keep that in the back of your mind, whether you're a side dude, quote unquote, side chick, quote unquote. You think that the person that you're dealing with is going to leave their husband or wife, but you never know. Love conquers all. People end up back with each other under after crazy circumstances that you never would think would happen. So that goes out to anybody listening. Don't ever lose hope if you do break up with someone, or you do separate from someone, or if you are taking a break, which is basically what Jada said she needed, because she needed to feel happy, or she wanted to feel happy, and realizing that between the two, they both are responsible for making themselves happy, which is what they did. And they realized at the end of the day, they accomplished that, but they wanted to be back together. So be wary of when you put yourselves in these positions with people married, in other situationships, things like that, because you will end up heartbroken and you will put yourself in an emotional stressor. Because at the end of the day, ultimately the person doesn't belong to you, but definitely if they're married, they definitely don't belong to you. So I think that after all that was done, all of, basically bringing him back from the dead at this point, giving himself to her completely, you can't give yourself completely to a married woman. She still has a husband. So I'm pretty sure, you're still young, August, but I'm pretty sure this is obviously you said it, this is a huge learning lesson. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So I just wanted to talk for you guys who are viewing this, to don't really make light of the situation, but I hope you guys learn from it. Even though this is a strong power couple who have accomplished great things in life, who've done incredible things, whose marriage has, obviously had stood the test of time. This is just something for you to think about and ponder over. Put yourself in a position. Attachment is one of the strongest things. It can either make or break you. But know that any relationship, especially one like this, and I can't harp on it enough, is going to come to an end ultimately. These this couple had X amount of years in. They've been through a lot. They have a lot of not a lot of kids. They have children together. You only invested maybe, what was it, 4 years at this point? That 3 or 4 years compared to this, it's the same thing with dating. When you meet somebody from a rebound, which is basically what it turns out to be, is a rebound, you have to realize that that ex is always in the background. That ex has more time invested and has a stronger attachment than you, the new person who's coming into this situationship, this relationship. So keep that in mind. And with that being said, I want to know you guys' thoughts, how you feel about it. It's their marriage, but I would like to get your take on it, on marriage. If you've been in a situation like this, please let me know and put your comments below. And, you know, peace be upon you and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. If you like the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. All those great things. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate you once again. Peace be upon you. I'm out.